Welcome to Papillion UnScripted. I am Michael Severe, the place to go to hear from people who truly help make Papillion feel like home. If you ever watch Papillion and you see the ribbon cuttings, you'll see members of the Sarpy County Ambassadors Program, and we figured, you know what? We should talk to those folks and find out exactly what they do. Joining us today are those folks. Lisa White joining us, Membership Engagement Coordinator for the Sarpy Chamber, and also one of my wife's oldest friends in the world, Angie Velardi, who is with the #1 hotel in Papillion.
In all of Papillion.
In all of Papillion.
Yes.
Fairfield by Marriott.
Yes.
Okay, good. I made sure I get that right. Okay, let's start off. I know you grew up in and around South Omaha,
yes.
But how did you end up in Papillion or Sarpy County?
So I grew up in Fremont.
Okay.
Moved there with my family, graduated in Fremont, and met my husband after high school. He is U.S. Air Force.
Oh, okay.
He was stationed here at Offutt, and so we met and got married within 5 months, and then went to Europe for 4 years.
Oh, wow. Germany?
Germany and England.
Oh, nice.
Yep. When we were done there, we went to Idaho. When we were done there, we moved back.
That's just funny. Germany, England, Idaho.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy move. Going to Idaho, we felt like we were still like in another country when we first drove through, but fell in love with it, but ended up moving back here to the area.
Growing up where you grew up in South O, what was Papillion to you? What did you know about this part of, not too far actually from where you live?
Yeah, well, and actually my brother went to Papillion, the original Papillion High School, the Monarchs. So I was kind of, with my dad living in Papillion, I would come into Papillion. My mom taught in La Vista for 30 years. So it was part of my childhood as far as, coming in and out of it. I did not go to the shops and restaurants like obviously I do now, working and living close to Papillion. So, but yeah, so it was definitely a part of my childhood.
Tell me about the Ambassadors Program. What's its job?
So the ambassador's job is to welcome new businesses to the area, talk about the new businesses, go to ribbon cuttings, groundbreakings, events, different things at those businesses to help introduce new members and help engage the community.
It seems almost like it's a little reunion for you guys every time you kind of get together. There's usually, a couple of there's about 12 or 13 members a lot of times, plus the ambassador. Can you kind of just talk about what's that like for you guys?
Yeah, so when my hotel opened in 2014 and I joined the chamber, I was looking for a way to really engage in the movers and shakers, and that's what I really feel like the ambassadors are. Those are the movers and shakers in the business community that really connect people together, connect businesses together. And so I joined that, and I found it like your own home. They're your brothers and sisters in business, and we're all there for the betterment of all businesses. So
one of the things that they do when we're in the ribbon cutting is you give them business cards when everyone is there. Have you had people reach out to you, new businesses, with questions sometimes and say, hey, I have this, I know you've been working here for a long time?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. People reach out to the chamber all the time with questions, and that's what we're there for, is to help any way we can.
Yeah, the chamber does a lot of things to help new businesses. Give me a couple things that they do.
Well, you mentioned the ribbon cuttings and the groundbreakings. We have this event that we call Cash Mob, where we choose different businesses. It could be a boutique, it could be a restaurant, it could be all different types. And the ambassadors, and we encourage other chamber members to come out during that day that's chosen to support, spend money, and just lift them up. So it's a really fun event.
Yeah, it's a great idea, because
Yeah.
You could use sometimes a way to get into the black with your finances, having everybody come there and shop. I know I went over to the feed store when they did it over there, and I was like, there everybody there buying stuff that they normally wouldn't buy, so it's pretty good for the business, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a way kind of teamwork wise too, that you guys work together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sarpy County Chamber is really good at picking different businesses in all of the cities that participates. I think we just recently had one in Bellevue. We've had them down in Springfield. So yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, we have a lot of networking events and a lot of opportunities for businesses and employees to go to those events, but there's some places that they can't get out. Maybe they're a one-man shop, or they're retail, so they just can't get out to those events. So it's a way for us to be able to get to them.
I think the coffee idea is a great idea, especially with what's happening in legislature. What's going on in the unicameral? You guys can talk about that. Can you describe what you guys do, the legislative coffee breakfasts or the breakfasts?
Have you been to a legislative coffee?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's an opportunity for the local politicians to stand up and talk about different issues when they're available, and just educate the business community. So they run them during this time period, but year long, the Chamber also has a government relations type meeting the first Wednesday of every month, where anybody's welcome to go to it. I've been attending it for about 5 or 6 years now, and it gives us an opportunity to hear from the education sector, from local government, from the Offutt Air Force Base, and all of that on different things that they're working on. So it's a they're very good at making sure we're in tune with everything that's going on.
One of the biggest changes since I moved here in Omaha in 2002, and there were chain restaurants everywhere. And now we have more local places opening up. Why do you get a chance to meet those chefs, talk to the owners, sometimes in the businesses? Why do you think that's happening? In Papillion especially, why are we're getting so many of these
people support?
Local,
I think so.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
this community supports local business, and I don't even know how many years ago, All Lane Hobbs, when they opened.
oh God, it's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, for 3 or 4 months. I mean, you had a long wait to get in there. You still have a wait, but I mean, it was like all day long. You had this long wait, and to me, it was just an indication of how much Papillion supports our local businesses. And so we see often food trucks that are going, getting into the bricks and mortar, and they're choosing Papillion as that location. Right. Or even people that were in other locations that are either expanding or choosing Papillion to be their new location. And I think that's what it is that we support them.
Yeah, I feel the people in this community really want to support the businesses in the community.
Yeah, so I like to go out to eat too.
Absolutely.
We do like to eat.
We do like to eat. Another thing we have here in Papillion, and I even did a story about this for Papio Vision, we're the boutique capital of the world. That's what I think, because there's so many of these women's stores that are here. Why do you think they're so popular? When we have 3 just in downtown Papillion alone.
I just think me personally, I just think it's fun to go and shop in there. I mean, they've got just different items. So you can find little niche items and different, just different things that you wouldn't find in some of the other bigger stores. So that's why I like shopping at them.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it until you mentioned that, of how many we have. And yeah, especially downtown Papillion. It's just so much fun to go in and out, go grab some tea.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of like the quaint vibe that Papillion has.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is the owners. So I mean, you go into Kajamas, you're gonna have fun talking with.
Oh,
you go into Mama Winky's, you're gonna have fun talking with them. They love what they do.
Right.
Too. It's a big part of it as well.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty awesome. Let's talk about a little bit things that you guys like to do in Papillion. I always ask the question, or Sarpy County, is there a hidden gem? Is there something you'd like to do, a place you'd like to go, an event you'd like to take part of?
Well, I don't believe that it's really a hidden gem, but Papillion Days, I mean, that's become so big, and that's such a great event in Papillion. And my husband and I do like to go to the breweries and kind of the local bars and hang out with friends and stuff like that. So we're glad that we have those in Papillion and Sarpy County as well.
No doubt.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's a hidden gem, but Papillion Landing. More and more I hear about that being top of mind. Whether it's for like an event or even the recreational part, being in the hotel tourism industry, the events that they book at the venue, brings so much revenue to our area. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think that's definitely been a huge asset to Papillion.
Anything we're missing that you guys would like to see? One of the things we were talking about, Trent and I, where there's not really a big place to have a event that's close, something like if you want to have 600 people, it's hard.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, is there anything that you guys can think of that maybe missing that you'd like to see?
Yeah, that would be it. That would be great. Do you want to invest in something like that? Or
I don't have any money.
I
think you'd have to call my wife. Could you call Chris and ask her if we can invest? I think it would be great, because if you have people from Sarpy County having to go 10 miles outside of Sarpy County, obviously the business is there, so why not have a place like that?
Absolutely.
And we have some great smaller event centers, some great ones. It's just, you're right. We just don't have anything that big that we can go to here. So we gotta corner out some land and
there is some land right behind the #1 hotel in Papillion.
Where's that again?
That's the Fairfield by Marriott.
By Marriott, yes.
There's a plot of land there. When we opened back in 2014, I always wanted to see a wedding venue there, because there's or some sort of social venue there, and so it's still sitting there. It's still waiting for that right investor.
You can talk to your owner. Right, it's right there.
I should. That would put more work on my plate, though.
Yes, dear Mayor Black. We need.
Well, and hats off to Mayor Black, because his vision for this city is really taking it to the next level. anytime I call him asking questions, he connects me to the right people.
Oh, yeah, he
and
knows
so,
everybody.
yeah, we definitely are being led in the right direction.
Last thing, we talk about feel like home. It's a small town feel.
Mm-hmm.
How important do you think it is for this area to maintain that small town feel?
Oh, I think it's very important. The reason my husband and I chose Papillion is because it was that small town feel, but it was still close to everything.
Mm.
I mean, you can get to Omaha quick, you can get to Bellevue quick, you can get places quickly, but Papillion, and there's a lot in Papillion, but it still has that great community feel.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope we continue to maintain it. We love it here.
I think a testament of how we support our small businesses and such is due to the small town feel that we have. So yeah, I think it's incredibly important, and I don't foresee that changing anytime soon.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah.
probably live next to or near the person who owns that business.
Yes.
Because
Right.
a lot,
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot of people who open here live here.
Mhm.
Yes.
And it's why they open here, because they want to be closer to home.
Mhm.
Right.
So it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Join us again next time when we hear from someone who truly helps make Papillion feel like home.